Hey guys, welcome back to Little Big Opinions. I'm Big.
And I'm Little.
And of course, nothing but the best producer in the game. Producer Mark is in the building. What's up, Producer Mark?
What's up, boys?
Folks, some news going on here. Personally, this podcast is the last time that we will be recording in this studio.
Correct.
I mean, let's just take a gander. I mean, this is a phenomenal spot. We're over here in the city of Westchester,
I don't think we made it to Westchester yet, but yeah, close enough.
Yeah, we're going to West Miami.
We're going to West Miami.
We're going to West Miami, which, by the way, is doing big and beautiful things with their multi-generational building that they just did the ribbon cutting for. Did you see that?
Yeah. Casa Cultura was part of that.
Exactly. I mean, we are going to a hopping municipality, one of the best, District 6, Commissioner Orbis, everybody, we here, but it's a little sad. This is where we started here, and I'm gonna miss the studio. I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, it was. It feels nice. It feels comfortable in here. We tried to do as best we can to save it. I know that I personally did as well.
Oh, here we go.
But it's a little too much to handle. So the new place is super sick. So the other day I was driving by 67th because you guys all know I live close by. I work close by. So I just said I'm going to stop in, and I got super excited. You guys are in for a treat. It's going to be a great place. We're going to have great recordings, and I know that there's going to be great little watch parties there, way more than we could have done here. Super excited for the new place and the new beginning, and that's the theme because I don't know if you saw, Ryan.
What?
But that press conference got me fired up, okay? I am not usually the optimistic one, but watching football this weekend and knowing that our organization is leaning towards that, I'm ready to go. I mean, did you listen to it at all or no?
I did not listen to it. I'm going to be honest.
We have a Dolphins podcast, dude.
I know. I did not listen to it. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not going to fake it till I make it. I did get the clippings. I got the little tidbits. My first thing I want to talk about is these guys look I can't tell the difference between the two. Mark, they're calling them Beavis and Butthead. I don't agree with that, by the way. That is BS, by the way.
It's a good start.
To be calling these masterminds Beavis and Butthead, we don't like that. Okay, what's a better tandem that we should call them?
Thelma and Louise.
Okay, cool. We eventually want these guys on the pod, so we want to build them up a little bit.
Sully and Half. That's what they are. Sully and Half.
Sully and Half.
That's their nicknames.
Whoa, that's phenomenal. I love it.
If you would have listened to the press conference, you would have known this.
I've been saying Sully. I knew Sully. I didn't know that they call him Half.
Yeah, they introduced themselves. And Half, I'm so excited for you. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Because we had Brian Flores, okay? I think that Brian Flores had a lot wrong with him, and he's obviously can't get a head coaching job now because a lot of the things are still coming out. They just can't get along with other people. But Halfley has that, discipline and that hard nose about him that's going to bring order to this team. And of course, Miami, we already talked on the last pod of it's hard to stay on the right narrow street here, okay? You can easily venture out which way or the other. But there's only one rule, and those are Jeff Halfley's rules. And if you don't abide by them, you're not going to be part of the team. Sully said the same thing, and I'm super excited for that. But he also has what we loved about Mike McDaniel of being able to be collaborative with his coaches and work together with the players. And all these players love him. And you could see that he's probably the best mix of both, of the Brian Flores of being that tough guy, but also of Mike McDaniel being able to teach and get the most out of his players. So I'm extremely excited, and I have nothing else to say at the moment, Ryan. So you better get off your phone and pay attention.
I'm trying to show people that we're live on the stream here. I'm trying to support us and promote us. Listen, this guy is a no-nonsense guy, okay? I don't do well with no-nonsense, clearly. I'm a fly-by-the-seam-of-your-pants kind of guy. But I do appreciate what he's bringing on. I think it's a fresh start for this organization. Finally, we got somebody coming here. He seems like a player's coach, which I'm kind of excited about. But he's also got that little, it's my way or the highway type thing, right? The chemical imbalance of the thing, you know what I mean? That's kind of what we need. We need somebody that's not going to see their kid for only 30 minutes out of the week. Shout out to Mike McDonald, by the way. You heard that? You saw that yesterday?
That's wild.
30 minutes, you only see your kid, Mark, in the week?
Hey, but he's going to the Super Bowl, so I guess he's doing something.
Wow, says it from the guy coming from a dink over here. Mark, can we talk about that real quick? I know we're going off topic, but 30 minutes to see your kid.
That's unbelievable. And also, I've noticed having kids is that if you want to be super successful, you got to forget family life.
Whoa.
That is there. It is impossible to do both. It's to be at the top. I'm not talking about be a successful person. You can obviously do that, but to be at the top, I don't know, man. You got to put way too many hours. And to be a head coach, that's your life, dude. That's your life. Look at Fernando Mendoza. He said he didn't have time for girls, dude, in college.
Yeah, that kind of scared me a little bit. But hey, to each their own. You know, he's got God. We like that. By the way, you saw how he was talking about Bella Danger? Bella Danger wants that sauce. She wants that Fernando, by the way.
Well, 2 pods ago, you were questioning the fact that he was thanking God first. And now you're all about God.
I'm all about God, okay? I went to church this weekend. By the way, went to church. Guys,
as Father Quinn would have said, good man.
Yeah.
Good
man. Father Quinn, good shout out, Columbus. I went to church with the family this weekend. 90 minutes was the mass.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
90 minutes. Listen, I'm there. You pass around the basket. We'll give you a crisp $20 bill. But if you're going to keep me there 90 minutes, 55 minutes to an hour max.
We're way off topic. But last Easter at St. Timothy, they did like a baptism and a confirmation during Easter Mass, which is already long to begin with.
Are you serious?
And I was like,
That's
what is
blasphemy.
going on here?
Even Jesus Christ would go against that.
St. Tim's, get it together. Easter Mass is Easter Mass. That's all we got time for there.
Shout out to St. John Newman. Went to St. John Newman. They always do a great job. It was a family mass. But check this out, guys. 90 minutes is way too long for a mass. On a Saturday at 5 o'clock, por favor. People got places to be.
Was it the homily? The homily, did it drag on a little bit?
The homily was a little bit of a drag. He was un viejito. He took his time. But they also had this 5-minute video in the middle about giving to the church and stuff like that. And that's for a different cause, not St. John Newman. Listen, just 90 minutes is way too long. Okay, you got a lot of kids there. It was a family mass. That's way too long for kids that are 3, 4 years old.
St. John Newman has a 5K this weekend, and Pinecrest Physical Therapy is going to be out there.
Really?
supporting.
The Eagle Run?
Yeah, the Eagle Run. We'll be out there. Not me. We'll be out there.
We will also be at St. Timothy's Pig Roast. Not part of it. We're just going to show up and drink and eat. But Saturday night, folks, should we talk about the big get that we got?
Not yet, because I'm going to go back to Halfley because you went off of the whole thing.
Should we talk about the whale?
Not yet.
Let's talk about Halfley.
Let's talk about Halfley, okay? So some things that I like about Halfley that on the football side of things that he was talking about. One, if you've ever done this, okay, I don't think you ever have, Mark, I know you never have, but yours truly, I have slept inside of a baseball stadium, because I had to wake up super early to line the field and to get the field ready and to do different jobs and to be a part of the organization and do every single job that is required there. And you start to get an appreciation for everybody in the organization. Halfley started that way. Dave Wanstead was on an interview, and he said, this guy came to his office and was like, hey, I just kind of want to follow you around. Is that okay? And he said, yes. And then the next day, this guy was still there. And then the next day, this guy was there. He's like, do you want a job? And he's like, actually, I do. And that's how Halfley got his first job with Dave Wanstead. So he's worked his way up. He's also talked about already having his opportunity as a head coach. Whereas when he's the defensive coordinator, he's sitting there talking with the players saying, okay, well, this is what we're going to do next down. And he gets a tap on the shoulder, and he's like, hey, coach, it's 4th down. Are we going to go for it or are you going to punt? He's like, already? So he already does have that experience, which is a good thing, to know what to expect. And finally, what I love the most, because I have a little concern that he wants to call plays, but this dropped my concern because he wants a defensive coordinator that knows the system in and out so that he doesn't have to be responsible of implementing the defense. So he's already has on top of his head, I'm not the defensive coordinator, I'm the head coach of the organization. I have to make sure that the offense is in line, special teams in line, and the defense. So I'm very excited. This is my excited face. I'm so excited.
Shout out to my brother-in-law Osiris. I don't know if you kind of gather from his comments on Instagram. He has this thing about you that you don't show emotion. Like, you are stoic.
Yeah.
Your enthusiasm. Can we show?
This is it. I'm excited. Okay.
So is he or is he not going to call the plays on defense?
He is going to call the plays, but during the off season, he's not going to be only in charge of the defense. He's already made that known that the defensive coordinator is going to know the defense so well that he's going to go ahead and let him take care of that because he knows he's the head coach and he has to do more than just the defense, which got me fired up.
Now, can we get some quotes? You said you had some quotes.
So throughout this whole thing, I'm just going to throw out quotes. You know, we'll be talking and you're going to hear something like, "There's no job too small. I learned what toughness is about, and I learned how to grind. I learned how to tell players the truth, even if it wasn't what they wanted to hear."
Yeah!
And that's what we want, okay? That's what we
No
need.
nonsense.
No nonsense.
We love you, Half. We love you. We do love you. The other thing I want to talk about is Stephen Ross's daughter. Did you see? She looks just like her father. Did you see this?
I thought you didn't watch the show.
Huh?
I thought you didn't watch.
Well, I saw pictures. I saw some clips.
No, I haven't seen it.
She has she looks just like her father, Stephen Ross. It was alarming. She was wearing a pantsuit. Check.
Is that her?
No, there was another one. There was another lovely lady. I think there was 2 lovely ladies at the press conference. There was 5 of them. It was a picture of 5 of them. And one of them that was all the way on the left looks just like his daughter. Has to be his daughter because that's who he's leaving the team to, right? And the son-in-law.
Yeah, he's leaving the team to her, but the son-in-law is the one that's going to be taking over, which Dan Stillman, that's his name. He's the one that's basically going to be running the Dolphins once Stephen Ross is done.
All right, so there's been some coaching hires.
I wish my father-in-law would give me like $1 billion sports organization or something.
Your father-in-law gives you golf clubs. He takes you on golf trips.
Takes me on golf trips. I bought my own golf clubs.
You have a very good father-in-law.
I didn't say I didn't.
Very good father-in-law.
But $1 billion industry would be great.
Yeah, but can you imagine what you would have to deal with to be the son-in-law of Stephen Ross? Like you can't go against him, right?
No.
Like if he wants to go to
If Josh had $1 billion, Josh,
if he wants to
anything you said would go, buddy.
if he wants to go to El Rey de la Frita and you want to go to El Mago de la Frita, you're going to El Rey de la Frita, right? Because
that happens regardless. If you haven't hung out with Josh. Josh is very, very specific about what he wants. You remember? Okay, remember the story? The first time you met Brittany
the first time I met Brittany was in UCF.
in Orlando.
Yeah, UCF.
Do you remember
Edmonds
what
cake.
we had to do? Edmonds cake.
Yes.
So she tells me, my beautiful Brittany, she knew. She didn't hide who she was. Okay, so
No, she didn't.
we're up in UCF, and she's like, "I want Edmonds cake." So we're like, "All right, let's go to Publix get Edmonds cake."
It's 10:30 at night, folks.
10:30 at night. We tap on Julian.
Can we get the keys to the aviator?
And he just stared at us, and he had it underneath his pillow because he didn't want us to take it without him knowing. So we go to Publix, and there's no cake. So I said, "All right, let's go home." She's like, "No, let's go somewhere else." And you and Pika were with me.
Yes, it was us 4.
We went
we're in Orlando, Mark, like in UCF. We have no idea where we are.
I was there.
No, but we have no idea where we are.
I stayed at the house, and I remember walking out looking for you guys.
And then, so long story short, 3 Publixes later, we finally found the Edmund cake. And you two are like, "Dude, we really have to go to another one?" I was like, "Yeah, we got another one." So we found it.
He was trying to get it.
The next,
He was trying to
Of
get
course,
it.
dude. Of course. Good wingman, by the way, that we kept going on for just 2 hours for this freaking cake.
the next morning, the guy, Joey's,
The dynasty.
Yeah, Joey's fraternity brother ate the Edmonds cake.
This is the same guy that slept on my pillow.
Exactly.
Remember these fraternity bros?
Yeah.
But yes, this is Josh is like that. Your father-in-law is like that. That's where she got it from.
Dude, I got the best place. I got the best burger place, dude. We got to go to the burger place, dude. We got to go to the burger place. Can we just go to sports? No. We got to go over here. And we got to drive all the way here. And they go, "Dude, did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it?" That's how it is. And if he leaves it at my house, then I get text. "Hey, did you eat it yet?" "No, I haven't eaten it yet." "Let me know when you eat it." Then he calls me. "Dude, did you eat it?" "I haven't eaten it yet." Sometimes I just go, yeah, I ate it. Super good, dude. Super, super good.
All right, check this out. This is what I propose. I propose that we go golfing with both of our father-in-laws. I think like they will. I think Tony and Josh would get along.
Okay.
You know, and let's.
I golf with Josh all the time. So.
Does he like to split food? Does
Yeah,
he?
he's.
Yeah. Yeah. My father-in-law is all time, but he likes to split beers. Like he'll get one beer and he'll split the beer.
No, we're not splitting beers.
And then he'll also he'll buy a hamburger and they'll split it in fours and then give everyone like a piece.
No,
He's a quality time guy.
no,
you know?
Josh is like, no, you get your thing, you get my thing, and then we'll share so we get more of the menu, but not that like we're.
No, we get a lot of the menu too, but he's more of a portions guy. You know,
at any point you'll open up the fridge at the Lafarga house and there'll just be a half drinking Corona. And it's like, why? And it's not even the full size, the little size.
the Coronita. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love you. We love Tony and we love Josh very much. All right, we're off topic here. There's been some coaching changes. Okay, we've coaching hires.
Yeah.
First off, Miami's hired Tyke Tolbert as wide receivers coach from the Tennessee Titans.
Correct, but we don't know if he's going to be the wide receivers coach. We just know that we've hired him. But he has experience. He has over 10 years of experience in the league. So
Tennessee Titans have produced some pretty good wide receivers, by the way, that have eventually left and become superstars. I'm fine with it. They had DK this past year, who's good. He made the Pro Bowl.
I mean,
doesn't say much.
I don't think
Shador's
it's that
did too.
good. I don't think that. I don't agree with you guys. I mean, Tennessee has been abysmal with their wide receiver game. Like it's just
They had AJ Brown.
they had AJ Brown.
Yeah.
but he only spent the last 2 seasons.
Yeah,
he's
we're
been
talking recent.
Yeah, but he's been with the Chicago Bears, the New York Giants, the Denver Broncos, the Buffalo Bills, Panthers,
Okay,
Arizona.
That doesn't help. That doesn't help.
But he
Tolbert.
has the point is he has a lot of experience. That's a good thing. It's not a new guy. He's been in the league since 2003. So that's Larry Fitz.
Only
by the
a
way.
receiver coach. It's not good.
We want him to be the receivers
hopefully
coach. That's what we want him to be. If we're hiring the receivers coach, he better be the receivers coach. Okay, come on, Half. That's what we want. Now, everyone's calling us the Green Bay Dolphins, the Miami Packers. We went today and we picked up Ryan Downard from the Green Bay Packers as the defensive backs coach. This is Halfley's. This is what he is. He's a defensive backs guy. If he wants his defensive backs coach, you know that this guy's a stud. So he's bringing him on to coach the DBs. I like it. I like bringing on people from the Packers. They're a winning organization. That means that we're going to win, right? Logical means they won over there. They're going to win with us, right? That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm curious as to how he can be taken away because they also took away the strength and conditioning coach from the Packers as well.
Even better. We need people to have strength to play in December and January football, right?
So this guy's a young guy who's been with them since 2018. He's worked his way from defensive quality control to assistant defensive back to safeties coach and then to DB coach last year since 2023. And now he's going to be part of the defensive staff, probably the same way. And Jeff Halfley was a defensive backs coach. So he obviously likes what he's teaching. So again, I'm all for it because this year coming up, I'm going to guess that the offense is going to kind of stay very similar to what it is now, to be honest, because of the next hire. So the defense is going to be completely revamped. And we don't have anybody signed, do we? We have Minka and the guy from Florida. No, the corners. We have Minka and
Jason Marshall Jr.
Jason Marshall Jr. That's it. No one else is on the roster.
Correct. You got to go and keep Rasul Douglas, by the way. That is
Well, that's for another show.
That's somebody that we got to keep.
That's for another show.
Real quick, before we get to the offense coordinator, we also signed from the Buffalo Bills special teams coordinator Chris Tabor. I love it. But have you seen the picture of this guy? He looks very seasoned, okay? He looks like he knows a lot, but he looks like he's gone through some shit, you know?
But
He's
again,
got some miles on his tank.
Again, this is experience. So they were together in Cleveland in 2014. So he's been a coordinator in the past. He was with Carolina as well. He was with the Bears before that and the Browns before that. So
those are some.
Hey, let me get to it.
Oh,
you stay right there, okay? Under Tabor in 2005, the Bills special teams ranked 9th overall according to Pro Football Focus, which we know is what we use.
Did you say 2005?
2025,
Okay.
excuse me. Thank you for correcting me.
Okay. No,
problem.
I
You do
was
that
going to say
anytime.
that was 20 years ago. I mean, we need some more recent
In
stats.
kickoff return, they ranked 4th in the NFL average.
Ray Davis, baby.
Exactly.
Made an all-pro.
All pro. Punt returns, not so much, 29th. And then in the previous years, again in Carolina, he transformed a 28th special team ranking to 4th.
Whoa!
Okay. And then the Bears, he was there with 2018 to 2021, so he also had some good categories. So the bottom line is we brought in 2 guys with a lot of experience in the NFL. That's great. What else to do? And by the way, Tabor knows exactly how our special team stinks because he was with this guy for
With the Bills.
all these years.
Yeah, with McDermott. And he's also coming from the Bills, so maybe he can give us some of those ways that McDermott and Josh Allen and this team, that are good organization, what they did. Let's change it up here. But the biggest hire that we want to talk about is Bobby Slowick is now promoted from passing game coordinator to the offensive coordinator. What does that mean? Is the offense going to look the same? Where is this guy coming from? Is he still going to be good like he was? He was the offensive coordinator for 2 years under the Texans. That was C.J. Stroud in 2023. C.J. Stroud's offensive rookie of the year performance. And then the year after kind of plummeted. Was that because of Bobby Slowick, or was it because of how crappy and shitty C.J. Stroud is? Because that guy sucks.
Right.
He's booty cheeks, Mark.
So in year 1, they were 10-7 that year. They went from a terrible team to a 10-7 year. They won the AFC South. They went to the divisional round of the playoffs. Houston ranked near the top half of the league. They were 12th in total yards, 13th in points per game, and their passing offense was ranked 7th in the NFL. So it was a very good first year. And Chris Kaufman put out on Twitter an interview between, of a relationship between Slowick and Stroud. So apparently, did you hear this? No? So apparently, in the draft process, Slowick was interviewing Stroud. And in the interview, Stroud was like, oh, yeah, we call that this in Ohio State. And he said it like 3 or 4 times. And Slowick got annoyed. He was like, this ain't college anymore. This is the NFL. And they apparently got into a huge fight. So when they asked Stroud, hey, how did your interview go? He goes, terrible. There's no way I'm going to Houston.
And they hired.
And
They
then they hired
drafted
them.
him.
So the first year, they were obviously able to kind of put things aside. But then in the second year, the offensive line was decimated. So that was a big difference. But one thing that is very concerning is very predictable play calling on the second time around.
Yeah, I kind of did some digging here.
Yeah.
Texans fans did not like the offense under Bobby Slowick. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, but remember, Diggs also got hurt that year.
He did.
They brought on Diggs. Nico Collins was also hurt. Like, I don't think...
Tank Dell got hurt the year after.
No, in that year,
2020?
the second year.
The second year.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So Tank Dell was hurt. Stephon Diggs was hurt. Nico Collins missed time. The offensive line was hurt. I mean, there's a lot of bad things that happened.
I think they still went to the playoffs.
Yeah, they still were 10-7, won the AFC South, and went to the playoffs. And this year, the offense wasn't much better. So was it Slowick? Hopefully not. To this optimistic Chris here. See?
Yeah.
Pumped. This is it.
What would you say to the fans or the people that are saying that he was the passing game coordinator and our passing game was kind of crappy this year?
Well, when
we're going to blame that on McDaniel?
When our quarterback can't throw the ball, it's hard to have a passing game.
Oh, I forgot about Tua. I kind of washed him. I flushed that out of my brain.
Did you also forget what happened? Tyreek Hill was out at week 3.
Dislocated knee?
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, who said that, first of all, Mike McDaniel hit me up now that he's with the Chargers. Second of all, that Zach Wilson, if he could have been under the tutelage of Mike McDaniel, what could have happened? Tyreek Hill, Zach Wilson was not the answer. That Zach Wilson, who wants to now become a Mac Jones and go, learn from somebody else, Zach Wilson could even beat out a 7th-round pick. So good luck to Zach Wilson. I don't want to see another one of these backup quarterbacks that we pick up that is going to make $5 to $6 million a year and is going to not even sniff the field when there's an opportunity. But I'll tell you this, we are going to have the most expensive backup quarterback in the history of football starting next year. Let's see if we'll talk about this in another episode, but do you right now, gun to your head, is Tua Tagovailoa on the roster next year?
There are certain core beliefs that I really do believe in, like running the ball and being really physical up front. That's half for you.
Wow, full chub.
And no,
Physical,
I
huh?
I don't see Tua being on the team going forward. I think they're going to cut their ties. It's after year one. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a very young ball club, and just like Brian Flores won some games that he shouldn't have won, I would expect the Dolphins to kind of do the same thing. They're going to get better as the year goes on. The defense is going to come on late, and we're going to be very excited for 2027. 2026 is going to be kind of downer.
All right. Speaking of Wales,
I think, hold on, before we get in there, I think we should play Tua, and we should play him riskfully. Not because I want him to get hurt, but if you don't see a future with him, let him run.
but he doesn't want. Okay, I get that, but so he's like a sacrificial lamb. is
Be
what you're
like,
trying to
hey,
say.
get it. Show everyone that you deserve to be here, and then see what he does. And if he continues, what's the difference? Whoever we get, it's going to be the same thing. It's just going to be garbage.
People would have said that in Seattle 2 years in Minnesota 2 years ago about Sam Darnold when they picked him up. He won 14 games last year in Minnesota.
And I'm sure they said the same thing last year.
Seattle picked him up, and then people were like, oh, well, you know, what's he going to do? The guy's going to a Super Bowl. So you never know what's going to happen with one of these quarterbacks in a new system. I just feel as if Tua in this market, in this city, it just does not work. For some reason, it doesn't work. Just like Mike McDaniel. Unfortunately, like you said, you spit him out. It doesn't work. Mike McDaniel's probably going to win a Super Bowl with Justin Herbert now. But who's to know we can't go out there and get somebody? Is it Malik Willis, Mark? Should we go get out Malik Willis? I honestly don't see it. I hope not. That's not who we want. That's not the guy. You got to get somebody that was drafted high, that was, shit on. There's got to be a couple people out there that we can look at.
I mean, whether it's Malik Willis or somebody else, I will say that it's going to be the culture of competition, hard work, resilience, and love for each other that will bounce off the walls of this place day in and day out to where you can't deny what we're about. That's Sully.
Did you guys hear that? That's my cock. I am full chub right now. Full chub. This guy, that was Sully.
That was Sully.
Wow, they speak the same too.
They look the same. And did you see the assistant general manager also that we got?
Yeah,
he looks just
the guy from the Falcons.
He looks just the same way.
You think that they when they interview and they send their resumes, they ask for people's
pictures,
so they all look the same?
Yeah, possibly.
I'm fine with it because you know these guys, they look like a bunch of Marines.
Yeah.
Roger chickened out. He's a Marine. Remember that?
Kind of.
Wow, you guys are the worst.
That's a little giant.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. Okay, speaking of, so we got a lot of Dolphins stuff. We're going to push it away. We're really excited. Dolphins fan delusion's coming back. We asked for a full rebuild. You got it, and the reason why you got it is these three guys right here. Okay?
I will tell you something else. This weekend, we're about to get to it, right? Or not yet?
Just go with it.
So we have 4 teams that just played. We had the Broncos, we had the Patriots, we had the Seahawks, and we had the Broncos.
The Rams.
The Rams, sorry. So 2 out of the 4 teams have GMs led that used to be part of the Green Bay Packers organization.
Oh!
This is it, guys. We're here. We're gonna do it. I'm very excited, and I was told to expect less, and I can't. I'm excited. I'm expecting too much, but
that's a good New Year's resolution. Expect less. You know?
I've done that before. Doesn't work.
You think that they're going to start, trading the Miami Dolphins on the stock exchange, that we'll be able to pick up some stock on the Dolphins, just like the Green Bay Packers?
No.
No, you don't think
this guy's holding on?
We're going to do everything just like the Green Bay Packers. Eventually, they're going to call this Title Town or Titty Town.
Well, it is undefeated town, right?
Huh?
It is undefeated town. Right?
Oh, nice. Or you could call it Titty Town. Huh? Titty Town. You like that?
That's been a while.
Huh? Titty Town. Titty Town.
Oh,
hope
boy.
you guys got that. All right. Let's talk about those 2 games. Let's start off with Mile High. Jarrett Stidham comes in. There was a bomb to Mims. They score a touchdown. They're looking good. They get all the way down on the next drive, and They don't take it's 4th down, 4th and 1, 4th and 2 within the red zone, and he doesn't kick a field goal, him being Champagne and the Denver Broncos, to go up 10-0.
Late in the second quarter, right?
Why? Yes. Why are you not?
I think.
What the hell are you doing?
Here's the thing. Analytics, all that. But I'm pretty sure analytics said that they were supposed to kick the field goal. So he even went.
Take the points.
Take the points, go up 10-0, and knowing that a blizzard's coming in the second half, what are you doing?
It was at the beginning of the second quarter, but you can go up 10-0. Then, okay, they don't get it. So Patriots punt, and then there's a fumble. Then Jarrett Stidham's backed up, and he does this push pass. He did it a couple times yesterday. He does a chest pass. This is not basketball. I don't know why you're chest passing it. And then they scoop and score it. They rule it a intentional grounding.
So no score.
And then we couldn't hear anything because there was a bunch of kids in the house, but I couldn't really hear. But they end up giving the ball to the Patriots. What the hell is that? It was clearly a push pass.
No. It was clearly a fumble.
What are you talking about?
They said it was a backwards pass.
Yeah.
So
It was
a
not
fumble.
backwards. It was behind this line of scrimmage. That's fine, but you could do that.
It was fumble or thrown behind. It's a fumble. If you throw the ball backwards, it's a fumble, right?
I didn't think it was I didn't think it was a backwards pass. I thought he chest passed it forward.
He was.
I agree. It doesn't look like it went backwards.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to call it a fumble, I think that could have been in the thing too. But they called it a pass, but they said it was a backwards pass.
So then they gave up an easy touchdown to Drake May, who runs it in, and then it's just punt, miss field goal, Andy Borregales, and then you get to the third quarter, folks. Halfway through the third quarter, it's just nothing but snowstorm, sleet. It got really bad, really quick. And to Jarrett Stidham's defense, the Patriots, of course, with the good luck that they have, they were dressed all in white. Can you imagine how hard it must be to see that, to throw the ball?
Or Vrabel just knew what he was doing. So
You're gonna say that Vrabel knew what he's doing when he chose that outfit?
yeah.
Wow. You know,
I am.
They're the luckiest franchise ever. We were talking about this yesterday. Who is the worst team to go to a Super Bowl? Do you guys have? And this is an opinion, right? Do you have any opinions? Anybody that you guys want to throw out there? My prediction or my answer was Rex Grossman. No, sorry, that was Joey's answer. My answer was Kerry Collins' 2000 New York Giants team that went to the Super Bowl and got crushed by the Ravens team.
I mean, that's a great.
That was my friend. And it was right off the cuff, by the way.
Yeah.
Then Joey came out with Rex Grossman. That's a pretty bad one. That defense was pretty good. They won 13-3, by the way.
How about Jake Delhomme's Carolina Panthers?
Ooh, pretty good. Who'd they lose to?
The Patriots.
The Patriots. Oh, no, but they made it a game, actually. I remember that was one of the late game field goals from Vinatieri. Nonetheless, the New England Patriots had the easiest road to the Super Bowl. Everyone is crowning this team. Drake May, by the way, MVP. That guy's not the MVP. They didn't give him the ball when it mattered. They were running the ball for the last quarter and a half. They didn't put the ball in the MVP's hands. They wouldn't even throw it.
Well,
it was
you can't
terrible.
really throw the ball in that situation.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
It was so windy, dude. It looked like a hurricane in there.
You know who could throw the ball?
Who?
Matt Stafford in that wind.
Oof.
Talk about quarterbacks.
I haven't seen it. The guy's been in a dome and then LA. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, you didn't see it in against the Bears?
You didn't see
He had the greatest throw of all time to Devontae Adams.
You didn't see the throw mark that I said in the chat?
No.
From the far hash mark.
And he just
far hash to
on the
Devontae
line.
Adams.
Yeah, he's a stud. I get it, but I'm just saying he's been inside his whole career and then in LA.
So congrats to the Patriots. I want to vomit. They're back again. 11 Super Bowls Robert Kraft has been to. 11 Super Bowls.
So, something very interesting. First of all, I'm going to say Vrabel. I'm in love with Vrabel. So,
Yeah,
I'm
so
a huge
am I,
Vrabel
dude.
guy.
The guy's awesome.
So, speaking of being hard, but also, being a player's coach.
Wait, what?
Being hard on the players.
Nice, dude. Damn.
Being hard on the players.
Lift the table.
But getting it. He tells them,
you can
hey,
get it.
guys, you're going to go out tonight. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. You got to be on the bus by 8 a.m. If you're not on the bus by 8 a.m., you're sticking behind. That's how it's got to be. You can go out. You want to go to Tootsie's? Go to Tootsie's. But you got to be at practice, okay? That's the bottom line. That's what we're saying.
The Patriots.
And I forgot something else that I was going to say.
The Patriots went to 9 Super Bowls, won 6 of them, lost Tom Brady, drafted Mac Jones, fired Belichick, entered a rebuild, drafted Drake May, went from 4 to 14 wins, made the Super Bowl again, all before the Dolphins won a playoff game. All of that.
Yeah.
11 Super Bowls this franchise has gone to in this century. You know the other AFC East? The Bills, Jets, Dolphins, 0.
Yeah.
What a freaking sham.
But I will tell you this. They were 4-12, and they're in the Super Bowl. Denver, 2 years ago, lost to the Miami Dolphins. They gave up 70 points. They're there. Seattle is on their second year of the rebuild.
Keep going.
Okay? It can happen. Not the Rams. The Rams are consistently there. But another thing that I wanted to say. So I was watching, I was waiting for Brittany to get ready, per usual.
Oh, happy birthday to her.
Yeah,
Dude.
it was her birthday. We were going out. So I put on the TV and the documentary Bill and Bill on Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells. So Bill Parcells, if you didn't know, was coaching the New England Patriots and lost to Green Bay Packers, Favre's only championship, Super Bowl.
Stud.
And the year after, he goes to the New York Jets. But the New York Jets were tampering with Bill Parcells to go over there. Robert Kraft was interviewed saying that that's when he knew that the NFL wasn't so clean. He made that quote. And I was like, wait a second. Doesn't Robert Kraft sit next to Roger Goodell and everything that he does? Isn't he in his pocket for everything? Conspiracy. I'm calling it right now. The New England Patriots are frauds. They're fake. They get the refs. They get every single call. The script is written for them, and I'm calling it out here, okay? Time to get on. Stephen Ross has done everything for the NFL.
Yeah.
It's our turn,
show
okay?
some freaking love, dude.
our turn.
Stephen Ross doesn't go to Asian massage places, okay? He goes to the Biltmore and he gets a massage in the real right way, all right? There's nothing shady about Stephen Ross. Just give us a break, dude. Can we be written into the script once?
He did all the upgrades to the facility by himself. He built an F1 racetrack. He built tennis. He went all the way to Madrid. He went all the way to London. Every time you make him go, it's time to come over here. Okay, things are changing. Okay.
Mike Lotto's saying in the chat, Tua playing the CJ Stroud role of in a full-blown Bobby Slovic offense might pass for 2,000 yards on the year. Thanks a lot, Mike, okay? You keep... Mike, you sound like a Jets fan, okay? You're in purgatory, dude. You're in purgatory worse than we are. But you know who's not worse? You know who's the worst out of all? The Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, nobody wants this head coaching job. Chris Shula said, nope. I don't want that job. People are denying it.
Everyone has said no.
And how could you deny it if Shador Sanders is we have a Pro Bowl QB?
That is unreal.
Can you imagine that Shador Sanders at 3-4, Mark, is a Pro Bowl QB? The Pro Bowl, we shouldn't talk about the Pro Bowl anymore.
No.
What happened? Did Tua say he didn't want to go? Is that what happened? Because if we're just letting anyone in.
I mean, Tua had better stats than him, though.
That's what I'm saying.
He had 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. That's a Pro Bowl this year.
15 interceptions for Tua, at least.
No, I'm reading Shador Sanders stats
Yeah, no,
here.
I'm saying Tua had 15. Shador Sanders, wow. Congratulations to you, dude. If anybody has Shador Sanders being a Pro Bowler in their bingo card, also on their Hard Rock bets, congratulations. You just made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, it's a joke now. But let's get to the final game, the most exciting game
God, what a
of
classic.
yesterday.
Classic.
We had the LA Rams playing the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Okay.
You called it, Mark. Mark, 2-0, by the way. Mark is the hottest bettor on the planet right now. Legit. Not even kidding around. Okay?
Get me on the playoffs, baby. That's where I win.
Holy crap. This guy really knows what he's talking about. On the other flip side, this guy went 0-2. I went 2-2. Don't listen to us. Listen to producer Mark in the playoffs. But what an instant classic. You had everything. You had Sam Darnold, the biggest underdog in the history of the NFL. Went to the Jets, left the Jets, went to the Panthers, left the Panthers, went to the Vikings, and then now, look at him. He's going to the Super Bowl, and he played the game of his life yesterday. No mistakes. That didn't happen. Is he going to save that for the Super Bowl, guys? Is he going to throw a turd in there?
I was rooting so hard for the LA Rams
Me
because I know that McVay and Stafford can definitely put up points at any time, and then it would be up to the Patriots to have to match that. To your point, I'm not sure that this guy is going to continue doing what he's doing, but I will say this. I'm going to give him all the credit in the world. Since that second game against the Rams, when they came back and won.
The Ford. Oh, okay.
Right.
The good game.
The good game that he came back.
Eric Sauber.
You know,
touchdown.
he started that game poorly, and the second half of that game, he played very well, came back and won the game. He's made big play, big play, big play. They've got the number 1 seed, and obviously yesterday, he outdueled Matthew Stafford. Let's just call it what it is. And he's got a cheat code. And Smith and Jigba,
he's so
that
good.
guy's super open. And then when you have Cooper Kupp that can get open on a third down to ice the game, that's what happened. But again, we're going to go back to the vaunted kicks. We don't want to kick field goals. I don't understand. So here it is. The Rams are going back and forth, right? And they score a touchdown, and now they're down. If they kick the extra point, they're going to be down 4. So I ask.
You kept asking to your defense.
Why didn't he go for 2 there? Okay, they didn't go for 2. Still early in the third quarter. Got it. The next time, which I think is at the end of the third quarter or beginning of fourth, he's, again, chooses to kick the extra point instead of go for 2 to put yourself down by 4. And then at the end of the game, when it's like 4th and 3, 4th and 4, if you made those decisions, kick the field goal, dude. Go down by 1 because you're running out of time. You don't have that many timeouts. You'll only need a field goal, a stop and a field goal to win the game. Instead, they go for it, don't get it, barely have any time left, and that's it. That's all she wrote. The game was over on that, 31-27. Right?
Congratulate. Yeah. Well, they saved Tyreek Woolen's entire career because this guy, the game was over. They stopped him. They had an 11-point lead. They're at the 50-yard line or so. They stop him on third down. They're about to punt, them being the LA Rams. And then this guy, the cornerback for the Seahawks, Tyreek Woolen, goes and taunts the Rams sideline, gets a personal foul, a taunting penalty, 15 yards, and then the next ensuing play, Stafford throws a dime to Puka Nacua, covered by Tyreek Woolen, and they go down by 5 because they went for 2 and they didn't get it. Sorry, they got it and they were down by 4, and then when you get then ensuing kickoff to the Seahawks, they punt the ball. Stafford gets the ball on his own 10-yard line, goes all the way down 14 plays. And you think they're there within the 10-yard line, and they couldn't punch it in, dude.
Well, why not? Why not kick the field goal?
I agree. They didn't kick the field goal, but what I get upset about there is in the last 3 downs. Second down, they run it with Kyron Williams. Nothing happens. They're running well. I'm fine with that. But the last 2 plays, you got to get the ball to Puka Nacua or Devontae Adams. Throw the ball. Just try and get it to those 2 guys. Put them both one-on-one on either side.
I mean, I think the Seahawks knew that too. Right?
Or maybe they'll get a penalty. You can't throw it to your backup tight end and to a little guy that muffed the punt earlier. By the way, did you see that muff punt? That was the worst muff punt I've ever seen.
Yes.
Going back, he trips on his own butt, and then the ball hits him, and they get the ball. The Seahawks score right away to Bobo.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude.
The Rams lost the game. I think McVay, for as good as he is, I think he had a couple questionable calls there. There was a play where they could have challenged the play to see if he would have gone the first down or not, but they didn't even challenge it. They called a timeout anyways. Why wouldn't you just give it a try? If you're going to call a timeout, you might as well throw a challenge out there.
Yeah, I agree. It hurt me so hard, and the reason why is because I wanted a lab putter, and I had a parlay. I had the under in the early game, and I had the Rams winning in the second game, and I had my lab putter. I already was going to checkout when they were like going deep on that 4th down, and I couldn't get it, so I'm not going to get my lab putter. It
Wouldn't
hurt.
help anyways.
It hurt a lot.
It's okay.
Have you hit a lab putter before, Mark?
Dude, have you seen my putter? It's $35, and I have a better putter than you.
Wow, jeez. Shot an 89 at Killing the other day. First time I played in 2 months.
You are a better golfer, but I'm a better
I was
putter.
gonna say,
Wow.
Ask Pika. Blew him out of the water.
My brother-in-law has a lab putter.
He does?
Yeah.
He would. He would. He likes to roll it. Is he a good putter?
He's
Brandon?
phenomenal putter.
Really? Because of the putter.
That's the reason. Well, even before that, that's the reason why he stays in the game, because he putts from anywhere. It's wild.
Nice. I like that. Texas wedge guy?
Yes.
Okay, real quick, we got to talk about this. We got a whale. We got Rich from Tokyo, folks. You've seen him all throughout Instagram. You've seen him. He's been on CBS 4. This guy is a true fan, Miami Dolphins fan, and a Miami Hurricanes fan. Check him. We are going to record with him. We're doing this on Saturday night. This is the time change, folks. 8 to 9 p.m. we're going to record. We're going to leave our daily lives, and we're going to record with this guy, and we're going to come out with that episode sometime in the near future. But we're very excited. Fan volume, fan experience, it's coming to you.
Okay, we talked about this before. That's going to be on Monday. We're not going to record live on Monday. You're going to get the fan experience show on Monday because we are going to talk about our Super Bowl picks now. What's his name? Rich from Tokyo. We're so excited to have you on. We're going to talk both Canes, Dolphins. It's going to be great.
You think they got Taco Bell in Tokyo?
We can ask them. That's the beauty of it.
I would love to know if they have a cheesy gordita crunch over
But
there.
I do know that you can't, you can't walk in the street and eat. Like, there's no garbage cans anywhere.
What?
And if you have garbage, people put it in their pocket and then throw it away later.
If I ate a zebra cake, I had to put that wrapper in my pocket. It's gonna ruin my pets.
Or you eat it at your house. You don't eat it on the street. Have some manners.
By the way, Atel, you know Atel?
Uh-huh.
Atel, good friend. He's a brother-in-law of Mike. Went to the Natty with this guy. We're talking after the Natty, and we're in this big bus together. We're all just chopping it up. Pretty sad. And we talk about Taco Bell. This guy's never had Taco Bell before.
Good for him, dude.
Never had Taco Bell, folks? Isn't that ridiculous?
Well, it's too late at this point because Taco Bell has gotten ridiculously expensive for what it is.
It really has. It has.
What isn't expensive these days, though?
La Carreta. I'll tell you that.
Taco Bell was like a staple. You get that box, and it came with 12 tacos in it, and it was I don't know, $8. Remember that? That was phenomenal. It was the big box or something like that.
How many tacos could you eat at once? Those hard tacos.
Hard?
Are you hard or soft taco guy?
I think soft. I would prefer soft.
You're such a wimp, dude.
You like hard?
You're such a. Of course, I like hard. Are you kidding me? Soft taco?
Yeah, the best.
No, man.
What do you know?
You know what I don't know? I don't know a lot. You know what I don't like? Corn tacos. Corn tortillas. Yeah. Corn tortillas.
Real tacos.
I don't like that because it just doesn't have a. This guy's racist, dude. This guy's so racist. Holy
the flour tacos is where it's at, though, for sure.
You quiero Taco Bell.
All right, are we doing our Super Bowl predictions right now? Okay, real quick. LBO locks. 2-0 from Mark. 2-2 from Big Guy. 0-2 from Little Guy. Let's check this out. The Seahawks are right now opened up, which is very early on. I hate that we're doing this. The Seahawks are a 4.5 point favorite. Over under is 45.5. 6:30 Santa Clara.
We can hold it. We can.
No. I'm just trying to think right now.
We can wait.
I honestly think that I think that the Patriots are going to win, guys. I really do think that the Patriots are going to win. I don't see Sam Darnold winning a Super Bowl. I just don't see it. Am I rooting for the Patriots? Fuck no, I'm not rooting for the Patriots. F the Patriots. Hey, Dave Portnoy, I love you. I'm a Stooley. F you, dude. I'm just so sick of these guys having everything that they want. F Boston, F the Patriots, Dan Sauter, we're going to be like you. I'm going to take the Patriots on the bet. I'm going to take the over on the bet, 45, and give me a parlay anytime touchdown for Travion Henderson. That's going to be high up there. And give it to me for Kenneth Walker and for Jackson Smith and Jigba. 3 touchdown parlay. It's probably going to pay 15-1. I think that the Seattle Seahawks, I'm with Mark. Mark's been calling it all this entire year. Seattle Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl. They're a better football team. They're better up front. Milton Williams, sorry, bud. It's just not going to happen. What's his name? Will Campbell is terrible left tackle for the Patriots. I think that they're going to expose him, but they're going to keep it close. Seahawks are going to win this football game.
Offense and defense schematically. It's all going to start with the fundamentals and technique. It's the little things that I think are lost right now in football. Wow. That's half.
Man.
Back to the Super Bowl.
These guys, dude.
You know what?
Dick is hard.
I studied in Maine, okay? So I was there. I was around the New Englanders. I know how they are. And I'm not going to let you guys have the last laugh. You guys aren't going to win, okay? The Seattle Seahawks are a complete football team. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball, they can play defense, and they can play special teams. And their coach doesn't see their... You think he's going to see his son for the next 2 weeks? Absolutely not. 30 minutes, he doesn't have time, okay? Seattle Seahawks are going to go in, they're going to control the game, and they're going to put up some big points because you're not going to be able to stop Smith and Jigma. And I don't think that the Patriots are going to be able to keep up with them. And they're going to pull away at the end. And they're going to be up by 10. And that's all she wrote. And since it's -4.5, give me the Seahawks.
Mark, hottest gambler in the world right now. He's hot.
Can't change it. I can't change. All of my losses recently have been because I have picked against the Patriots, by the way. That's a little stat for you.
Oh, wow. That's a good one. Hey, also, if you guys didn't hear, okay, I got a story for you after this, but there's a conspiracy going on, okay? Week 1, before the NFL season started, okay, I already told you about, Robert Kraft talking about how it's not clean anymore and how he's buddy-buddy with Roger Goodell.
And he does Asian massages.
So here we are. Week 1, the NFL puts out, a nice and easy little picture of who's going to win the Super Bowl. It's week 1, and here's the picture. If you could see, and I circled it for you guys, we got Sam Darnold and Drake May, the last two, looking at the Super Bowl.
Wow. The script was out. The
script.
script was out.
This is all Bush League.
In plain sight.
This is all Bush League.
Where's Tua on that?
Tua's right here. He's pretty far back on the list. Look, Burrow, we didn't make the playoffs. Purdy did. Barkley did, but Watt didn't do very well. Mahomes didn't do very well. You got all these guys. I think we got a conspiracy.
Wow. When are we gonna get right into the script?
Please.
Right? Can you just throw us a freaking bone here?
Couldn't even do it with Marino.
Never. Yeah. Shite, bullish, you bastards.
It's terrible.
Okay, what's the story you have?
All right, so
tease the story.
One last thing. So obviously Hafley's doing all his rounds. So Hafley talks on the Joe Rose show, and they're asking about the experience. So remember, he got hired on the day of the national championship. If you guys don't know, the Dolphins headquarters is at the actual stadium. Everyone heard that. On the actual stadium, must be a duck in here, of where the Hurricanes play the national championship. So, and they said, hey, we're going to hire you. Let's walk over. Can you get it together, man? We're going to walk over to the stadium and watch the game. So they walk over, and Troy Aikman, who is part of the process of hiring Jeff Hafley and Sully, he goes to his car, opens up his trunk, pulls out a 6-pack of beer.
Sixer, dude.
And starts walking up into the stadium. And Hafley's like, you really just going to do that? He goes, just need to put a little bit of ice, and it's good to go.
Wow.
And that's Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman is...
cool dude.
I heard he's very, very tough. Like, he's...
He explains it in the... he talks about... Did you send that?
Did Jerry Jones one?
He talks about with how when Jimmy Johnson left, that he took over the role as disciplinarian, where before he agreed with Jimmy Johnson, but he had to play the nice guy.
Yeah.
So when he left, he had to take the reins of being the mean one.
Yeah,
being the bad cop.
Barry Switzer wouldn't do anything. That guy would let anybody do whatever they wanted.
Right, and he would say that he was tired of being the one to have to do that the head coach needs to step up and do it. So obviously, we see why Jeff Hafley is our guy.
Mm-hmm. We
Full
wanted
circle.
somebody to be tough. We need toughness. That's what this organization needs. You know who's also tough? Mario Cristobal. Again, they built through the trenches. That's what we want. Build the trenches. I can't wait to talk about the draft this year because I got so many players that I want them to draft. But I'm going to say one thing. If Francis Mauigoa is there at 11, which he's not going to be.
No chance.
you better go get him, okay? He's going to shore it up. But I'm going to tell you right now, this gentleman who I'm about to say is a 4th round prediction right now. Go get Jacoby Thomas. Go get. Does it smell? You know what does?
It's a huge warehouse, and somehow it still smells, dude.
Yeah. Sorry, I had some very healthy food today, and when I have healthy food, my stomach it goes in an uproar. Jacoby Thomas, folks, is a dog. Go get him. I'm gonna keep saying it every single podcast, every single episode. Go get Jacoby Thomas. Number 8 for the Hurricanes. We've talked about
Not in the first round.
178, 078, 078. No, he's a 4th round prediction right now. Go get him. 3rd round. You want some dogs? Mark, is that guy a dog? Sound like Tim Allen. Love it.
All right, guys. So we had a lot to unpack there. We have some great interviews coming up this offseason. So we are probably coming to the end of our live shows for this season. We will probably take a little break, but we're going to have content coming. Those interviews are going to be coming to you guys, so you guys have something to listen to. But, every Monday is tough. So we are going to take a little bit of break, but season 2, we're going to have great things planned for you. We're so excited. The new studio is going to come out, new watch parties, and we have a little fun thing to start the season. So we can't wait for that. We'll have one more live show for sure, right? After the Super Bowl, talk about the Super Bowl. We might as well wrap things up. I would expect it not this week, but probably the week after the Super Bowl, which would make sense.
Hey, go support us on Dolphins Cancer Challenge, okay? F Cancer. We're gonna put. We keep saying it. That's my fault. We haven't put out the link there and stuff like that. F Cancer. Go donate. Let's raise that up. Let's fight this terrible disease. And just one last shout out to Robert there in Tampa at St. Mark's Village. Love you, Pop. You got this, buddy. You got this. Don't call 911 anymore, Robert. Don't call 911. Okay? Love you, Pop. Take us home.
And make sure to like and subscribe on 786 Sports on YouTube. Also, go over to our Little Big Opinions page. We're working on revamping it because it's from our 2020 days, but we're going to revamp it. Like and subscribe there as well because we want to have our live shows out of there so that way, anytime we go live, you're going to hear from us. So go ahead and do that. And like Ryan said, we're going to be putting out on our specific Instagrams or personals. So if you don't have our personal, you want to be friends with us, you got to ask and see if we will press that follow button. If not, just send us a message on our Little Big Opinions page. So go ahead and donate there and sign our suckers.
Boom, boom.